Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your November 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. And this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Pisces. And I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck. And basically, if you'd like a private reading, you're more than welcome to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And Olson is spelled Olson. And, as far as my schedule, I have been telling people, scheduling in advance is better. Letting me know at least, even if, you're going to get paid on Friday the 22nd or whatever, scheduling it with me November 1st or November 10th, is okay because, at least I put you down in the books for that time. Payments required by the day before. So say I scheduled you for the 22nd, as long as you pay me by the 21st, we're good. It's just good for me to get you down because I schedule on a first come, first serve basis, okay? So biggest thing right now is scheduling me sooner than later, okay? That's kind of, my preference. And definitely check your email because I am very, very fast at responding and trying to schedule everybody. And it can take me 24 to 48 hours to get back to everyone, depending on how many people I have, waiting for me in my email box. If I've posted videos and I get 40 emails, it could take me 2 to 3 days to get back to everyone because I don't know what my schedule is going to be because I've offered a lot of people the same times. So just reach out to me and we'll get you scheduled if you're interested in doing a private reading. And I do charge, just so you guys know, it's $75 per hour, and I only book the 1 hour session. For individuals and couples, the 1 hour session. I am doing my tarot cord cutting combo, which I did a whole video on recently. If you'd like to find out more information about what more is involved with it, and that's 90 minutes and it's 150. So, okay, so enough of my spiel. Okay, let's do. Now I did have 2 cards when I was shuffling previously that flew out. And I included them in the spread, but I'm just going to roll out the rest of the spread for you. Okay, so you have a very interesting spread, Pisces. So I'm just going to start off with the 2 cards that fell out, and those are the 2 cards that are in what I call the heartbeat of the reading, okay? And the first one is the King of Wands, okay? And the King of Wands is usually a fire sign male, okay? But I have seen it as a Taurus, or I usually see it as a Taurus. It can be a Taurus or Capricorn as well. Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I think that's usually what I see them all as. Or somebody who's very determined. Okay, this can be a female. A lot of times too, this card can show up as a female who is very determined to get what they want. Can be pure determination. So for some of you Pisces, you may be very determined to get what you want. Okay, maybe for whatever reason you want to feel like you're in control. You want to feel like you're the guy in the relationship. You want to feel like you are in the power position, or you want to feel like that, you're getting somewhere, or there's something or someone that you may really want. There may be something you really, really want. This is wanting something really badly, okay? And maybe it's an object, maybe it's a motorcycle, I don't know, it's coming to my head. Maybe it's like a car, maybe it's, a piece of jewelry, maybe it's, a person. Again, it could be something simple as an object, but it can also be, and it could be something small too. It could be something that you want from somebody else. You may want somebody else to, do something, okay, for you. Or you may want somebody else to act a certain way. This is just kind of just being, anyway, it's my party and I can do what I want, kind of attitude, being in control. Those of you who are or have been in a relationship with a Leo male, this is you, okay? Then this is him, I should say. This is him. The problem, though, is Pisces. If you are in a relationship with, again, any of those signs that I mentioned, specifically a fire sign, though, this is the Pisces Aries, Pisces Leo, Pisces Sagittarius combination, especially Pisces females. This is your partner. This could be your partner, and you're thinking too much about him, and because he is the focus of your attention, and not enough about yourself. And so, you kind of have a bird's eye view. And, you have this card, the Four of Swords, which is needing to take a much needed break. This is needing to get rest. This is needing to recover from illness. This is being sick in some cases. Some of you, may have some kind of cold or flu. This is, trying to recover from an argument, getting into an argument and kind of trying to recover from it. So, to have the King of Wands, and, I see you, Pisces females, as the Four of Wands. I see the Pisces males as the King of Wands only if they have, they have a lot of strong fire in their chart. And it's kind of it's interesting place to be, okay? It's almost like there's this dynamic with you Pisces where it's like you want to get something done, but then at the same time you're working against, there's somebody who's working against you. It's like somebody who's like, you're talking to somebody and they're not listening. You're talking to somebody and it's like your words are not going through. You really, really want somebody to listen to you, but it's like they're sleeping. Like it's like they're totally asleep. It's like talking to somebody who is asleep. Your partner may not really be in the relationship. Your partner may be really, really tired, may need rest, may be sick. Your partner may just be very burnt out, and you trying to communicate with them or get anything done. And this goes for guys and girls, okay? You're trying to get something done and it's just not getting done, This is falling asleep at the wheel. Be very careful, guys, November, okay, Pisces, that this doesn't happen, okay? Because, especially those Pisces females that are in a relationship with a fire sign male, okay? Be very, very careful of that. Okay, but it goes for you and or them. I feel like, again, this is two different operating systems. You operate on a very chill. You may be operating at a very chill level, or your partner may be operating at a very chill, low-key level. Their energy may be very, very low, and yours. You may be like the Pisces / fire sign guy who's just like got a lot of energy and wants to go out. You may like want to go out and have fun, but your partner might want to stay home and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? You may want to go, get ice cream, but your partner may want to watch a movie or TV. So it's just like you're operating you're on two different pages. One of you has a ton of energy and needs to like burn it off. And the other has like very, very little, low energy. And it's just, to me, it doesn't really feel like it's working. The foundation here too also is the devil, okay? Which is not a foundation. This is not a foundation. This is a foundation in, and when I say foundation, a lot of people are confused about that. A foundation is if you imagine a house, it's security, some kind of security, okay? If you have what I would call a strong foundation, it means for a house, your house is going to last, withstand time, okay? If you have a poor foundation on a house, the house is going to crumble and it's going to dissolve and it's not going to last very long. So to me, it's a gauge. In the reading, it's a gauge to sort of tell me what's changing in your life. Are things staying the same or are things changing? What's causing things to change? If you have a very, not a good foundation in a relationship, that means things are going to be changing rapidly for you because you're not, in a way, you have no security. So, things aren't very stable, if you don't have a strong foundation. So, to have a foundation as the devil is there is some kind of power struggle. There's some kind of power struggle, either you or your partner, there's a power struggle. This is also feeling restricted, wanting to be in a relationship, or maybe it is wanting to be in a relationship, maybe it's wanting to be in a relationship with the wrong person, okay? Maybe it's wanting to get out of a relationship for some of you. I feel like this is coloring the whole rest of the reading, okay? You do have a lot of very, very positive stuff going on, and it's so funny because you have the Death card in the immediate future, which is a sign of transformation and change. So I was going to say, when I was talking about the foundation, without a strong foundation, things change, the house crumbles. Things change rapidly. Everything changes, okay, without security. So it's sort of like when I had to move from Virginia, because my roommate said that her son needed the room that I was renting from her only 2 months after I had moved in, and he needed to move. There I was stuck without a foundation. I had no idea what I was going to do. I needed to move. I needed to be back out here in Washington, and at the same time. And so there I was, just like as I talked in my Taurus video, my balls were flapping in the wind. I was just hanging out there, exposed to the world. I had no idea what I was going to do. And moving back to Washington was probably the last thing that I really ever planned on doing. But I'm really glad that I did. So the point here is that when there's a lot of transformation, when there is no foundation, change occurs, okay? So there's going to be some major changes going on within your relationship and within your life. If those of you who are single, you may kind of have been, again, there may be this push-pull thing kind of going on where you may want to get things done, but you may feel exhausted. You know what I'm saying? You may have been fighting a lot with people, but then you're just deciding, you know what, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to fight, So, again, that's if you're single. And also, you just might not be overall feeling well at the beginning of November. You may just be feeling like tired. I want to say that overall, even for both Pisces guys and girls, you may just be feeling quite tired. That's all. Now, you have the Hermit card in the recent past, which is, in my deck, to me, it's about needing to go into the cave. If you've been out in the world a lot and you've been really crazy busy, you need time off, okay? And I feel like specifically because you have the R&R card, the rest and recuperate card, which is the Four of Swords, crossing you, to me, a lot of you, that's what you needed to do. You and maybe your partner as well have needed to take a break, a much needed break. And whether it's a relationship break or whether it's literally it's a break up, or it's taking a break from working, taking a day off, chilling out. And then some of you need to kind of go out of the cave, meaning some of you things have been stagnant for too long. And you need to kind of get moving, get going. I feel like, again, it's going to apply to, if those of you who are in a relationship, it's going to apply to you or your partner, or a little bit of both, But I feel like mainly for those people who are single, Needing to kind of get back out in the world, get back in the game, get back on the horse. That to me is the Hermit, and that's what needed to happen in the recent past. So things may have become a little bit stagnant. To have the Hermit in this position, this is also being stuck in the past, not being able to make a life for yourself or a future for yourself, not being able to move forward, wanting to move forward, but you just don't know how, wanting to move forward, but it's sort of just like you're stuck in a cave. And you've got two caves here. You've got a cave that in a way, you believe, you have to stay in because somebody else tells you. Maybe it's society. Maybe it's society's structure that says, you know what, you've got to stay married to someone that you don't like, that you never will like, or you never love because for whatever reason, maybe you have kids, or maybe for whatever reason, that's what people do. People get married and you don't throw away, a paper cup. Well, it's society telling you that you have to stay there when you don't want to stay there. That's the reality. The reality is you don't want to stay there. So you need to think literally outside of the box because you have two caves. One is empty and the other one is full. Okay, so one is because it's society or what other people think or what somebody else is telling you to do. And then the other one is freedom calling you. Freedom calling you, saying, maybe in some way you've escaped, but you don't really know what to do about it. You know what I mean? Some of you may be kind of like, okay, I'm ready to end this relationship, but what's the next step? What comes next? And you kind of see, this is where Pisces kind of gets stuck. Pisces doesn't really know what to do and how to really move forward. Pisces swims away, but then kind of may feel lost. And so the safest thing to do is to go back to the nest, which is not really moving on. It's just revisiting the past. So again, there's an element of stuck. There's an element of being stuck in the past. There's an element of needing to move forward, but maybe not necessarily knowing how, okay? And this is also temptation, okay? You or your partner may be tempted in some way, okay? Maybe it's a temptation for another person. Maybe it's temptation to go out and eat like 12 jelly donuts, okay? Maybe it's one of those temptations, But this is temptation. This is also being a slave to feeling enslaved in some way, feeling stuck in some way, feeling like you have to do something. And this is not a positive, like, you're my love slave and you're chained to the bed kind of thing. This is you do what I tell you to do and that's it. You have to do what I tell you to do. Or we have to do this kind of thing. Or that you have to do this kind of thing. So, it's very, very interesting. And you have the star card crowning you, which is, also transition. Also transition. So you have two transitions. You have the star, which is major arcana, plus the death card, which is major arcana. So I want to say that keyword for you right now, because it's crowning you, is you're headed into a time of transition, and you're going to be transitioning more, okay? Not to scare you, Pisces, but I want to say is that things are really going to the engine is going to start to really heat up in the immediate future, okay? Day from now, weeks from now, and I want to say middle of November is a time where things will really heat up. So there may be some major things going on for you. This could be a move, this could be a job change, this could be a life decision, this could be, cutting off all your hair, whatever it is. That's, a major change. This is you changing your belief system as well. So this is a really strong, to me, change agent time, okay? Where there's going to be a lot of change that happens in November, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it, okay? So don't try to hold on, okay? You're holding on by a thread here, Pisces. You're dangling on by a thread. You are that little tooth that just has that little root still clinging on. Don't cling on. Let go. Let go of the past and break free of the past in a way you must. You have a major high here, which is like the Star card, which can be a person, okay? This may actually be, some of you may be very famous, very wealthy, very well known, okay? You may be dealing with somebody in your life who is a star of sorts, or who may be kind of a celebrity of sorts. You also may have, for some of you, the star to me is a deceased loved one, a female who's around you in spirit. This is a grandmother, great-grandmother, someone who's just around you a lot. But this is also this is healing. This is being looked over by heaven. So heaven is really looking down on you right now and protecting you. So whatever change that you're about to go through, it's for the best. Trust that it's for the best. Trust that it's for the better. You know, new beginnings. And so you have this star, which is high, very, very high, because it's, you know, obviously the stars in the sky are very, very high up, okay? Very, very, very high. And to me, the devil is low, 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 low. This is the bottom, okay? So you may be kind of in a cycle of breaking up and getting back together with somebody. You may also be in a pattern of kissing and making up. Again, it's the same thing. You know, wanting to leave but not knowing how. Again, is very strong for you. Not really knowing what to do. You kind of like that. It just feels to me like you don't know what to do, and you're going around in a cycle. You're like, okay, I have to do it this way, or it has to be done this way, and then it's like you feel like, well, maybe no, it doesn't, and then you come back and you're like, but yes, it does. It has to be done this way. So there's a strong push-pull vibe for you. Okay, now I'm getting all my cards mixed up. Okay, so what's going on here? What okay, so there's two other cards. So what's going on with regarding the foundation? There's some major challenges to changing the energy or changing the pattern. The restrictions, you know, there may be some temptation to cheat, or maybe some temptation and the feeling restricted in some way because actually of karma. Okay, so the relationship you're in most likely is a karmic one. Okay. This also may be having a lot of fear, having a lot of negativity, having a lot of doubt, worry, all that stuff. It's sort of like there is literally a dark cloud hanging over your head. And you need counseling. I want to say you need counseling. You need to get help. You need to understand that I want to say that you have free will. You have free will, and you need to exercise it. You need to figure out what it is that you want and do it, regardless of the consequences. You don't want to do anything that is illegal, and you don't want to do anything that is negative. But you need to take a step forward because you've decided to let go of the negativity and let go of the past. Literally, having this negative foundation is letting go. You need to work on creating some kind of foundation for yourself, whether through a new partnership, a new job, a new life direction, making better choices for yourself. Until you do so, you will be stuck in the past, and you will be stuck expecting things to change, and they never will. okay? So some people get stuck in marriages because they won't accept defeat. They won't accept failure. They won't accept, how do I say it? They just won't accept that their partner isn't doing something to change, or they won't accept, somebody else's behavior, or they won't accept that they have to actually grow up, that they actually have to make the choice. They keep blaming it on their partner. Some people want to fix their partner. Some people want their partner to, they want to fix it, and they won't give up until they can fix it. It's like they get into their head, if only they can fix one little thing. Only if they could figure out where things went wrong. But ultimately, if a relationship has come to an end, which happens naturally, change is inevitable. That's life. That's what happens in life. So you need to kind of get on board with that. You need to get on board with that and understand, okay, the relationship that I am in is not meant to last forever. We all die. Eventually, everything ends. There's a beginning, middle, and end to everything. So let go. Let it go. Whatever it is you need to let go of, let go. That's going to be what's best for you. And don't regret it. Don't go back on it. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't beat it to death, because that's what you're doing. You're beating it to death. Okay? Your refusal to make changes, your refusal to learn, is what's holding you back. And the universe is calling. The world is calling to you. The world is saying, I am here when you are ready to grow up. I am here when you are ready to learn. I am here when you are ready to make a change. So because you've been in this stuck situation and in this cycle, the universe is sending you the death card, which nobody, not the richest person in the universe, can avoid. Change is inevitable for everyone. So this is something that you must kind of get on board with and grasp. So you have the Fool card, and this is what's coming, the message from the universe. And the message from the universe is, and this is mid-November, so take a leap of faith, okay? Which is interesting, And it's interesting because I talk about faith as what faith really is, as believing that everything's going to be okay. Believing that everything's going to turn out all right in the end. People that turn to religion, it's almost like that belief that God's going to save you. You know what I mean? Like even myself. Sometimes I'm like, it's going to be okay. God's going to save me. I know He is. It's just like one of those things. That's giving somebody else our power. You need to take control of your power, your own destiny. Take the leap of faith and trust that everything's going to be okay because you say it's going to be okay. And because you are going to make it okay. And everything's going to turn out all right. You have to have that faith, okay? Some of you are dealing again with a Leo male. Some of you are dealing with an older Leo male, a younger Leo male. Some of you are dealing with young Sagittarius male, older Sagittarius male, it could be a young Aries male or an older Aries male. But you're dealing with, a lot of fire sign energies here, okay? And this is someone who has a little bit of a wandering eye, okay? This is someone who's checking somebody out. This is, again, where the temptation comes in. A lot of times people continue on in the status quo of a relationship, but it's like they look elsewhere because they know their relationship is over, but they're staying in it anyways. You need to be very careful here because to me, this is going to lead to your partner to a place of emotional unavailability, okay? Either you or your partner is going to become emotionally unavailable. You may be dealing with a man or woman who's emotionally unavailable, okay? You may be that guy or girl who's emotionally unavailable. Pisces, a lot of times, they get into relationships, but for whatever reason, they can't be emotionally available because they don't want to get hurt. So ultimately, It's all about the things in their life. It's all about the house, the car, the stability, creating stability, work, their children. And so there isn't that emotional connection with their partner because it's all about the stuff. It's really a shallow relationship. You need to kind of understand that until you become, okay, so here it is. Until you become emotionally available yourself, Pisces, you're not going to be with someone who's emotionally available. You're just going to keep attracting the same shallow type of person and having a very shallow relationship. You may have lots of stuff. You may actually have a ton of money. You may have a beautiful house and a beautiful car and a beautiful property and beautiful children. But the relationship that you have with your partner is very, very shallow. And maybe only about one or two things. And maybe only about the stuff. So you need to be very careful of that, okay? You may have a lot of bills you need to pay or responsibilities right now that are on your plate. The outcome is a 10 of Wands, which is having a lot on your plate, Pisces. Having a lot of demands on your time, energy, or money and resources. And this is also taking on other people's burdens. This is somebody else, this is people coming to you that bitch to you and, that just constantly bitch and moan, So this is where you kind of put an end to it. You say, you know what, I can't talk to you right now. I can't listen to you right now. That's not my responsibility. I have to go. Whatever it is that you need to say to shut it down, you need to shut it down. Understand boundaries. Understand, and say no to people, okay? No, I can't do that for you. No, I can't, do it all, okay? Just temporarily until you realize where your space ends and theirs begins, okay? Pisces, to me, in a way, sees the world as being one big ocean, and there are no boundaries. And it's important for the Pisces to develop boundaries and understand that other people have boundaries. Other people say no. Other people, need to protect themselves. And it's okay to do so, So, there's certain beliefs that you may have. Something about it's not okay to have feelings, Feelings are important, but at the same time, understanding that feelings and emotions can be hurtful for others. So, having feelings is something that you're human and that make you you, but at the same time, be mindful of how it does affect other people. That's the key. Pisces tend to have such an overwhelming amount of feelings that people don't really know what to do with it. So they may tell you to shut it down, or they may tell you not to have them, or they may tell you that it doesn't matter what your feelings are, because they really just kind of want to turn the faucet off really quickly because it's this outpouring of emotion that they don't even really know how to deal with, So basically you need to kind of get in touch with yourself, Pisces. Understand your own emotions. Understand how they affect others. Understand why you're saying what you're saying. Understand how you can express yourself in a positive way and express your feelings in a positive way, rather than expressing just kind of exploding, everything kind of exploding and having that, what's that called? Vomit of the mouth kind of thing. And we're all guilty of that, myself included. But at the same time, you need to filter what you're saying. Filter. Feel what you feel, but at the same time filter, so that others can either empathize, sympathize, or understand what you're going through. And so, I want to say you need to be careful about wishing for or wanting to have sex with somebody who's not your partner, okay? We are all dreamers, okay? But for those of you who are involved, this is not a path you want to go down, okay? If you are single, a lot of you are wishing for a passionate relationship. Some of you who aren't single are still wishing for a passionate relationship. Maybe Pisces, you know, for you, men and women, you're looking for passion. You're looking for a passionate relationship. Um, you got the Witch card, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands as the last three cards. And the Ace of Wands is passion. So those of you who haven't had sex in a while, you know, this is getting it on. This is wanting to get it on. That's the thing. You may be wanting to get it on, but you may, for whatever reason, either be looking in the wrong direction, giving your heart to somebody too quickly, or you may be looking at somebody who's, you may be, again, wanting to have sex with somebody who's not your partner. That's really what I want to say. Or somebody who's unattainable for whatever reason. Maybe that person's already in another relationship. You, Pisces, may like somebody who's in another relationship, and you may want to have sex with them. So there's an element of passion and wanting to be passionate towards the end of November. And you may end up being passionate. For some of you, you know, this may be a really good thing, okay? You just need to be careful and make sure that you're out of any relationship that you're in. That's the way you don't create any negative karma for yourself. Make sure that you don't start something new when you haven't gotten rid of the old. That's all I'm going to say. And that's my final comment for you. So I wish you guys all the best. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care. All the best.